You know, one of the most precious gifts that a parent has is the gift of their children. I believe God entrusts us with our children to raise them in a way that they'll be all who God created them to be. Now, to do that, it's going to take time. Do you know how young people spell love? They spell it this way all over the world. T-I-M-E, time. If you don't spend time with your child, I don't care how much you tell them, I love you, I love you, I love you. If you don't spend time, you remember one thing. You can con a con. You can fool a fool, but you can't kid a kid. They'll see right through you as the biggest hypocrite in the world. They did a study of 300 7th and 8th graders. They wanted to find out how much time does a 7th and 8th grader spend in a meaningful conversation. In other words, in a conversation that is not just meaningful to the father, but to the child. How much time they spend in a meaningful conversation with their father. It came out to 7.5 minutes a week, not a day, a week, which means about 1 minute a day in a meaningful conversation between a father and a 7th and 8th grader. They did another study of 100 preschoolers, and they wanted to see how much time a preschooler spent in meaningful interaction with the father. And to the amazement of everyone, it came out to 37 seconds a day. Folks, you cannot mold a child in 37 seconds a day of meaningful conversation. Even when I was on the road, I had more time than that on the telephone with my kids. You must spend time with your child if we're going to impact them in the way that God designed you and me to. If we're going to install values, correct thinking, beliefs, truth into a child, then we're going to have to be with them in meaningful conversations that they understand and want to be involved in. A number of years ago, I was a guest of one of the largest churches in America, and I went to their camp outside of Dallas, Texas. For 6 days, I not only spoke 10 times, I had 41 personal appointments. Now, folks, that's a killer in just itself without the speaking. And I met with kids 41 times one-on-one. With each one of them, I asked this question: does your father spend time with you? 39 of the 41 said no. What a tragedy. Now, if the father did spend more time than that with more of them, but if they don't perceive it, it doesn't matter, because what a child perceives, they believe, is the truth. You need time to invest into your child if you're going to impact their life.